What's going on? I'm gonna wait about 5 seconds for people to get into this live stream, but I'm going to try to say as simply as possible, as real as possible. Please listen, please share, please tag your friends. Just listen. Give me 5 seconds for people to get into the live stream. I want to talk about everything going on in America right now. Russia, North Korea, the media, and what's really going on. 2, 1. Let's put it like this. If you're in a bus, you want the driver to get to where you're going safely. Regardless of how you feel, if you're in that bus, you want the driver to get to where you're going safely. You don't want to put your hands in front of the driver and say, oh my God, and then act surprised if the driver hits something on the side of the road or crashes or does something. That would make no sense. That's what the mainstream media is doing. That's what anti-Trump people are doing. I didn't even vote for Trump, but I'm disgusted by how ridiculous and how stupid people are. And I'm going to say this as blunt and real as possible. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't care who's president. I don't care if Barack Obama's president. I'm not wishing that North Korea blows us up if Barack Obama's president and I don't like him. That's stupid. Because I live here. You live here. There are literally mainstream media journalists. There are anti-Trump resistors. There are liberals, for lack of a better term, who are thinking it's funny or laughing or siding with Kim Jong-un saying, oh my God, it's so funny that he wants to blow up the United States. And then I talk to them about North Korea. I say, what do you think about it? They say, oh yeah, no, Donald Trump can't do it. There's no way he can do it. He's so dumb. He's so stupid. He's gonna destroy everything. Putting their energy and their time into wishing for the president of their country to not have success. It makes no sense. And I don't care if the news is real. I don't care if there's real things. Hey, Trump's not doing this, Trump's not doing this. The anti-Trump crowd literally has no points. They're literally like Trump is the bus driver and they're waving their hands in front of his face trying to make him fuck up. And I'm going to curse on this one because I'm sick and tired reading all of the lies, all of the nonsense. You talk to a liberal, coming from a liberal, you talk to a liberal 5 to 10 years ago, they know that the entire mainstream media is lying. They know that 5 or 6 corporations own over 90% of control of the TVs, control of the radio stations. Liberals know this because liberals are smart. Liberals like science. They know this. Donald Trump gets into office and he says fake news, and all of a sudden, all the dumb liberals are like, oh my God, I hate Trump so much that the news is totally, completely real and he's attacking the freedom of speech. Like they don't know that 5 or 6 corporations own the media. Now all of a sudden, the media is perfect. All of the wars in the Middle East, they never happened. There was no corruption. There was no terrible things that's happened over the last 20 years. It's all Donald Trump. Why? Because the news told me to and my feelings told me to, even though I know that liberals know that the news has been lying. So with North Korea, you have the modern day resistance and the modern day anti-Trump crowd wishing for their own death and their own destruction, hoping for it. There has been a back and forth between North Korea for a long time. Bill Clinton helped North Korea develop their nuclear program. Through the George Bush, Obama, Hillary era, he was advancing them. Now Donald Trump is in office. He has to deal with this mess that other politicians started. I don't care who you like. This is what's happening in our country. North Korea has been on this path for 20 years. Before Donald Trump existed, every American knew that North Korea was somewhat of a problem. How much of a problem? How far were they going to take it? Who's telling the truth? Yes, those are fair things to ask, but every American knew that Kim Jong-un was a problem. Now Donald Trump's in office, all of a sudden fake, phony, loser liberals that listen to fake news. I'm not talking about real liberals who hold Trump accountable and really stand up for equality and freedom. I'm talking about the fake losers who listen to the fake loser media that make up lies and have convinced you to be like, oh man, I hope that America gets blown up. I don't want our leader to be strong. I don't want our leader to be tough. I just want to let North Korea launch, missiles over Japan. That's fine. I'm not saying I have the answer, but I'm saying it's idiot. It's stupid. It's idiotic to wish for destruction on your own country. That's how stupid the news has made people. They've made people hate themselves. They've made people hate the color of their skin. They've made people hate the color of other people's skin. They've made people hate their own country so much that they're literally hoping that a dictator who puts airplane machine guns to his own people if they don't listen to him, they're hoping that he destroys Trump just so they can feel right about it. And when it comes to this Russia stuff, it's 100% fake news. 5 or 6 corporations own all the news, and they're lying. People say, Anomaly, how do you know I'm lying? How do you know they're lying? How do you know? They published it themselves. Their emails 100% confirmed. It's not been debated. It's been confirmed by them that they're their emails. They admitted in the emails that the only reason that Donald Trump got elevated was because he was an easy target. So they cheated Bernie Sanders. They cheated Donald Trump. They rigged the whole game. They went all in, and they lost. That's why the Russian news is happening, and they admitted that. They knew, Hillary Clinton's campaign knew that their weakness was their connection to Russia, because John Podesta, her campaign manager, and her did a deal for Russian uranium, selling 20% of the United States uranium to Russia for hundreds of millions of dollars. This is what they did, not Trump, them. So they admitted in their emails that are 100% confirmed, factual, and there for you to read and see for yourself, they admitted that's why they brought up the Russia stuff before you even knew about it. It's admitted in their own emails. If Donald Trump's emails had leaked and it said, hey, I'm going to lie about Russia and use the media to lie about Russia, just because I like Hillary Clinton, it doesn't mean I'm going to play along and be like, oh my God, that's really happening because Morgan Freeman did a propaganda piece with a bunch of Republicans and Democrats. Is that what a liberal is? They believe fake news just because they hate a certain person? I don't care who I hate. If the truth comes out, I'm not going to just because I want to feel right and I want to feel comfortable inside and I want to be like, yeah, my ego's satisfied now. I brought that guy down that I didn't like. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the information available. So the whole Russia thing has been a lie. People don't want to, oh my God, you think everyone would be lying to me? Those same people know that 5 or 6 corporations own all the media. They knew this 5 years ago. All their knowledge went out let the left ear, and in came complete lunacy. So the whole Russia thing is fake. Everybody knows. During the election, a big difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump was Hillary Clinton was talking about starting a war with Russia. Donald Trump said, hey, let's not start a war with Russia. Maybe we could not kill the leader of Syria. I don't know. Just a little bit of common sense. Just a little bit of humanity. Just a little bit of compassion and rationality. Like, hey, we don't need to keep killing everybody and selling everybody weapons all over the world. Maybe we can do a little different strategy here in Syria. So they lost the election. They told you that they were going to lie about it. They've continued to lie about it. They've lied about everything. They lied about 17 intelligence agencies. They said that for a year. It's a lie. Google it. Look it up. It was never real to begin with. They said that, oh my God, on CNN and NBC. They said Trump is a maniac. Are you kidding me? I watched it with my own eyes on CNN. They said Trump is so dumb. He's so dumb for thinking that Obama might have spied on him during his campaign. What a dummy. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Let's laugh at Donald Trump. They did it all year. If you watch stupid liberal NBC or CNN or New York Times or Washington Post, for lack of a better term, you know this. If you don't pay attention to either and you're just left-leaning, that's fine. Welcome to the party. Do your own research. Check out what I'm saying. But they lied about it the whole time. And this week, they had to admit he was right about that. Just like he was right about a bunch of things. This whole Russia thing is a lie. And it's embarrassing that Morgan Freeman, who I thought had a little bit of common sense and rationality, joined the real campaign, propaganda campaign to say, oh, Russia attacked our democracy because $50,000 worth of Facebook ads determines everybody's thoughts and feelings and emotions. We're going to ignore the fact that Hillary Clinton ran the most embarrassing, pathetic campaign in history. Just like Kanye said, she had an old model. She didn't treat people like people. She was using an old model of brainwashing and hiding from the public and using celebrities and hiding behind the mass media and celebrities and, doing the politician thing or just lying and just staying out of the limelight. That generation is over. It's the generation of the internet, of the realness. People are interested in interviews and who the artist really is, who the celebrity really is. It's not all smoke and mirrors like it used to be. That's why this happened during the election, because she made no effort to talk to any American people. So she's using everything. She'll tear the whole country down before she admits that she might have made a mistake, spending $1.1 billion, taking money from Qatar, taking money from Saudi Arabia. You want to talk about foreign donations? Nobody gets more than Hillary, and everyone knows that. Has nothing to do with Russia running ads, a Russian company that may or may not even be connected to the Kremlin. Everything's the Kremlin. Everyone's a Russian. Oh, the news is totally real now. Oh, I know they're fake, but now that Donald Trump's in office, I'm going to totally believe them because that makes me feel good at night. I can't do that because I'm not a fake liberal. I'm not a dummy. I'm not going to forget everything that I've known to be fact my whole life just because someone comes into office that I don't feel right about. I didn't even vote for Donald Trump, but it's embarrassing. That's how far the liberal anti-Trump movement has gone. Whatever. I don't even like labels. I don't like calling people liberals because, oh, then they'll fit me into a box. You're this, you're that. I'm nothing. I'm not conservative. I'm not liberal. You can put a tag on me if you want. I call myself a real liberal sometimes just to get through to my friends who are liberal. But nothing about what's going on is liberal. This Russia witch hunt is not liberal because a liberal does science and research, and you know who really has the connections to Russia. You know what's going on in the Middle East. Or at least have a finite idea, and a real liberal doesn't wish death and destruction on their own country. I hope we can figure it out with North Korea. But I'm not that stupid to be like, oh my God, ha ha ha. Kim Jong-un is so cool. I love when he makes fun of Trump. I hope he sends us up into fire and flame. That's the mentality. They're like, he can't do it. Trump can't do it. So I'm going to try to mess him up and see what happens. I didn't do that with Obama. I didn't do that with Bush. Why would that be okay with Trump? The only reason that this is okay, the only reason that it's so widespread and everybody thinks they're so cool and trendy now, you know, every hip-hop artist and everybody that is too uncreative or too uncool to say anything that makes sense or that helps people, they say, oh, fuck Trump. Oh, yeah, fuck Trump. I don't know anything else. Fuck Trump. It's because the news told you to say that. They're spending billions of billions. You want to talk about propaganda? Don't look at Russia. Look at the billions of billions and billions and billions of dollars that they're blasting into your head to make you complete robots. And Obama passed an act in 2011 or 2012 to make propaganda legal again. So there is propaganda, and it's legal because no one paid attention during Obama. They don't care that he just committed a worse crime than Nixon ever did with Watergate because the news tells everybody how to think. Put an event up, and you can convince people to feel about it. They're using the black community. They're using the LGBT community. I love these communities. But look at Twitter. You look at Facebook. These politicians, they don't care about the black community. They don't care about the Latino community. They don't care about the undocumented citizens. They don't care about the documented citizens. They don't care about the anybody. It's all just manipulating you for votes and power and war. So people think that this is a fight of the LGBT community and the humans versus Donald Trump. We're going to take Donald Trump and everything's going to be good. Are you fucking stupid? Are you a fucking retard? Are you a moron? Excuse me for my language. Don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody with a mental disability. But I'm going out on a loop this time. I'm saying, are you fucking stupid to think that this is it's all the good people versus Donald Trump and once he gets out, everything's going to be great. Are you stupid? You think Mike Pence is going to save the world? Have you paid attention? What has happened over the past 20, 30 years? The United States is selling weapons to everybody. To terrorists. Saudi Arabia, Israel, Palestine. It doesn't matter. That's what we're doing, not Donald Trump. That's the United States, you dummies. You think these people care about you? Ha! They want power. They lost power. They went all in and they lost to the people. Not to Russia. To the American people who know the news is lying. And Morgan Freeman has the nerve on his celebrity high horse and throne. Because that's what Hillary does. That's what Democrats do. That's what Republicans do. They hide behind the media. They have PR teams. They have lawyers. You can't say anything. Shut down freedom of speech. Don't have a press conference for 700 days. That model doesn't work anymore. Doesn't matter how much data you take from Facebook. It doesn't matter how much Russian data. It doesn't matter how many people you investigate. It doesn't matter InfoWars and Breitbart sending the FBI to them to investigate if they're with Russia. It doesn't matter how much you look. It's not going to stop because the world has changed. Doesn't matter who you stop from saying it. You're never going to be right. Hillary Clinton lost because she had a terrible strategy. Had nothing to do with Russia. Nothing. After a year of ruining our relations with Russia. Donald Trump could have made our relations better with Russia. You want to fight with Russia? They're working on a freaking missile that flies faster than the speed of sound. That they'll probably have developed in 10, 15, 20 years. Faster, possibly, than the speed of sound. And these are the people that you want to make mad over, oh, we don't even have evidence. Every single thing that they've said has nearly been a lie. Oh, Trump is a maniac for saying that he might have been spied on. He was spied on. It's a fact now. That's bigger than Watergate. But liberals don't care because that's how dumb they've gotten. My whole life, I've hated Fox News. I hated Sean Hannity. I hated Bill O'Reilly. I'm not a big conservative. I'm not a big Republican where I'm like, oh yeah. That's not who I am. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you the truth. I've never liked Fox News, but I'm not a moron. And what's happening now, Donald Trump came through and destroyed the Republican Party. He destroyed political correctness. He exposed the media for what they really are. He didn't attack free speech. He exposed the media for who they really were, which is corporate liars who work on behalf of politicians and foreign countries. You want to talk about foreign countries? Look no further than the media. Look no further than the real estate. Who do you think owns all the land in the big cities? Who do you think is taking control of the United States of America? Has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It's the opposite of that. So I'm not a big shill for the right-wing party. I've hated Fox News, but I see what's happening now, and Fox News and conservatives happen to be the only ones telling the truth about a lot of very key issues right now, because MSNBC is bought out, CNN is bought out, and no, they're not liberal, no, they're not true, no, they're not better, they're worse. New York Times, Washington Post, they're bought out. If I had more time and felt like saying it, I could tell you exactly by who, and who else they're bought out by, and who else they have contracts with, because it's all out there in clear day. It's not a conspiracy anymore. So because Donald Trump switched up the system, it's like a pendulum. You go too far left, you're doing too much. You go too far right, you're doing too much. It's a balance of conservative and liberal ideas is what makes America great. The freedoms of the conservatives and the common sense of the conservatives and the freedoms and equality of the liberals, that's what makes America great. We've gone too far left. Donald Trump destroyed the Republican Party. Bernie Sanders tried to destroy the Democrat Party, but then joined the Democrat Party. Now he's a big Democrat. He loves the media. You know, nothing matters to him anymore except for healthcare. And it just so happens that Fox News and Breitbart and InfoWars and, you know, other maybe progressive news sources, they're the only ones telling the truth about things. But they've convinced people that I can't read Fox News. Everything is racist on Fox News and Breitbart. So you have millions of liberals who are supposed to be pro-science and pro-free speech who are complete morons now, who hate themselves, who hate their country, who hate freedom of speech, who hate equality, who hate diversity, who hate the president, who hate their own country. And they're afraid to read the truth. CNN told me not to read the emails. I'm not going to read the emails. I'm no right-wing conspiracy theorist. I'm no Alex Jones. I'm no Fox News. I listen to Al Jazeera. I'm trendy. I listen to Huffington Post and Vice. Well, guess what? They're just as, if not more, fake than Fox News is now. Coming from someone who's hated Fox News. Fox News was my number one least favorite and least trusted channel. But guess what? Out of the mainstream news sources, they are now the best because it's like a pendulum and they play you. They get you thinking you're on the right side of history so they can use and manipulate you. And they're doing it now via racial tensions in the United States, LGBT rights and LGBT issues in the United States. They're manipulating people. And these people, very good people, very smart people, people like myself, are afraid to read the truth. They're like, I don't care that Obama did something worse than Nixon because, you know, we got to go on with this Russia investigation. But if you read the other side, if you listen to honest conservatives, they're the ones telling the truth. They're the ones holding Donald Trump accountable. When I want some good anti-Trump news, I don't go to liberals because they lie about everything. They don't even make sense anymore. They're just complete morons. So when I want anti-Trump news, I go to conservatives for my anti-Trump news, or progressives at best. But it's people like Jack Posobiec, or however you say his name, and even Roger Stone, a a politician, as far as politicians go, who has worked as far back as Nixon, he's the one talking about the prison industry. He's the one talking about the private prison complex and the fact that, drugs are being cracked down on more during it's Roger Stone telling the truth. It's not Huffington Post, because they don't care. It's not Vice. Maybe once in a while they'll tell the truth, but they're raising the racial tensions. They're escalating the hate. They're escalating the division. They're not uniters. They're not truth tellers. That's where I go for my real news, because liberal news has turned into fake news. It's literally fake news. It's not a hyperbole. It's not just because they disagree with the president. It's literally completely fake stories made to completely control and manipulate your mind, your actions, your life away from anything real. But it didn't work. That's why you have President Trump in the office. They went all in. They had everything. They had Facebook. They had Google. They had New York Times. They had Washington Post. They had HuffPost. They had Politico. They had MSNBC. They had CNN. They had ABC. They had NBC. And they still lost. They had Zuckerberg. They lost. They had everything. They went all in and they lost. Has nothing to do with Russia. And when you talk about, oh, well, Russia spent ads on this, do you notice? Do you notice that they never tell you, we'll see now, they'll never tell you what was in the ad, because the ad might have been the truth. I don't care who says the truth. I don't care if Putin says the truth. I don't care if Hillary Clinton says the truth. I don't care if Donald Trump says the truth. I don't care if George Soros tells the truth. I don't care if a liberal tells the truth. I'm looking for the truth. I don't care who says it. They frame everything in this light of, oh my God, that's racist. Don't dare read it. Oh my God, that's Russian. What are they saying? They don't even talk about what they're saying, because even if it was an ad, it might be the truth. And that's the last thing they want you to know. They don't want you to know the truth. If Putin speaks, I'm not going to say, la 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 la, it's Putin, la 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 la, Trump, la 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 la. That's not, oh my God, la la. I'm going to listen what they're saying. What kind of a dummy does that? Oh my God, it's Russian, it's Russian, it's Trump, it's Trump. Shut up and listen. So if I listen to Putin and he lies, then he's a liar. If I listen to Putin and he tells the truth, it's the truth. It doesn't make it not the truth because Putin and Donald Trump say something and some people from the UK say something and Hillary Clinton says the other thing and she controls all the media. That doesn't make it true. That's what real American is to you now? Oh, well, Putin and Donald Trump said the truth about what's really going on, and Hillary lied, but fake news and Trump and Putin over there, it's just a bunch of Russians working together. Who cares what race or religion or gender they are? I'm interested in the truth. That's why I listen to everybody. I listen to all sides. I listen to philosophers. I listen to psychologists. I listen to, people who are big activists and leaders and from all sides and all religions and all races, and I can find the truth, a little bit of truth in everything. And I can find a lot of lies in something. And the Hillary Clinton campaign was filled with a lot of lies and deception, and that's why it didn't work. It has nothing to do with Russia. Donald Trump provided more straightforwardness. He provided more bluntness. He went to certain areas of the country. He spoke to people. He talked about the wars. He was a outsider as far as I have enough money to not be sold out by lobbyists. So the exact opposite of the truth, which is every politician since maybe JFK has been sold out to the pharmacy industry, has been sold out to the military-industrial complex. They're not a real person. They were broke when they got in. That doesn't make them more relatable people. That means that they can't control a single thing that they do because they're being manipulated by the intelligence agencies and lobbyists and big corporations. Donald Trump was rich enough to not have to do all of that. And if any, the slightest. So instead of telling you that, instead of explaining you that in the news, hey, you might not like Donald Trump, he might be a terrible person, he might be a racist, a sexist, a misogynist, but the truth is, he's not owned by the pharmacy industry, he's not owned by the military-industrial complex, he's going against the intelligence agencies, he's kind of an outsider. That's the truth. Even if you hate Donald Trump, that's the truth. But people, people don't want to hear the truth because it doesn't fit into their little Disney character villain that's been billions of dollars shoved down their faces by people who just want to get back into power. They don't want to help the LGBT community. They don't care about illegals or legal citizens. They want to get back into power because they lost it. And there's never been a situation like that in a long time. They went all in. Hillary was the chosen one, and she lost. So now Russia investigation, you have media manipulation, so far to the point where modern day liberals are literally spending their energy trying to block the president's vision, trying to slow him down, trying to give him bad energy. I pray. I pray for myself. I pray for the world. I pray for other countries. I pray for the president. That's what I do. I send good energy to the president. That's a hard job. Just like I sent good energy to Obama and I wished him the best because he was the president of my country. I gave him 8 years. I voted for him one time. The other time I just didn't vote. I wished him the best. And I gave him a long time to do what he had to do. That's just the type of person I am. The media has convinced people to be haters. Like Floyd Mayweather said, I shared his viral video earlier. Go start a business. Go do something with your life. This is the greatest time to be alive ever for anybody. Go live the American dream. Even among how bad it is here among the working class and all the shit Bernie Sanders says, oh my God, it's so bad, everyone's going to die if socialism doesn't come into play. Yet, people from Brazil, people from Mexico, people from Salvador, people from Venezuela come here and tell us, if you listen, if you stop listening to the news and say, la, 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 everybody's illegal immigrants and nothing matters, they come here because our struggles are blessings to them. The things that we think are terrible are blessings to most of South America, are blessings to the billions of people that don't have clean water or clean sanitation. We're living a blessed life even on the low scale, so regardless of Republican or conservative or Trump lover or Trump hater or middle of the road, gratefulness and appreciation and strength and kindness should be a part of your platform. The fact that the anti-Trump crowd has been psychologically convinced that pushing out negative energy, pushing out negative emotions, pushing out hate, pushing out doubt, pushing out fear, pushing out paranoia is going to somehow help our country survive this very incredible hard time that history has proven that it's not just us. Human nature is kind of crazy. I mean, people have been killing each other since the beginning of time. We've been sailing around, killing each other, stealing land before we were civilized and could have conversations with cell phones, which was not that long ago, before we could have telephone conversations, which is not even 200 years old, not even close. That's how human nature was. We don't have to hate everybody for how it was. We don't have to dwell on the past because human nature was fucking crazy. The 1700s were probably fucking crazy. The 1800s, the 1900s were fucking crazy. We didn't have this communications. We weren't able to talk to each other. It was a dog-eat-dog world. It still is, very much so. But we're just reaching that part where we're like, hey, we don't have to kill each other. We don't have to be angry and mad all the time. We don't have to be consumers and just eat and run over everything and never be happy because we're always chasing more and we're never honing in on the present moment. We don't have to be those type of humans. We can have a collective consciousness awakening, which I know real liberals and real spiritual people want. An awakening of the mind, of the body, and the soul where we can communicate and all races and religions and genders can live peacefully and happily. These are the times that we're approaching, and the media has somehow convinced people to drag the president down, to manifest into the world, everything's terrible. North Korea, please kill us. I hate myself. I hate my country. Let's do it. We're all sold out. It's all terrible. Oh my God, let's get all the Russians and conservatives. This is the greatest time ever where we're reaching the pinnacle of conscious awakening, which is why a career politician lost. Blessings among blessings against all odds. And the media is convincing people to be hateful towards themselves, towards their own country, disproportionately, and be silent about regimes that are blowing people's heads off for saying, hey, you know what, I don't like the president. In other countries, they take a freaking airplane rifle or whatever and blow your whole family up. So if you're going to spend 100% energy hating on your own country and being silent about other religions killing people and being silent about other countries killing people and be silent about the fact that North Korea is lobbing bombs over Japan, over our allies, then you're going to get what you want. You get what you put out. If millions of people put out, hey, let's destroy our country because we're so bad, we're terrible, we deserve it, I want to die, I hate myself, you're going to get it. That's the power of the mind. That's the power of the collective consciousness. So I don't care if you don't like the president. If you're trying to drag the country down, if you're trying to drag yourself and others down and be part of this literally fake news, I'm not talking about, oh, they don't agree with me, so they're fake. That's not the type of person I am. Oh, they're saying something I don't want to hear, they're fake news. No, They're literally lying. Literally. Not like, oh my God, I have a different opinion. Like literal lies shoved down your face for an entire year until people, the average person, becomes so stupid that they just consume it and start spewing it out to all the other people. That's what fake news is. It's not, oh, Donald Trump doesn't like criticism. No, it's 6 corporations start wars, control humanity, and don't want you to be smart. Don't want you to be consciously awakened. Don't want you to be connected to people. So they've convinced you to be racist in the name of stopping racism. They've convinced you to be hateful in the name of stopping hate. They've convinced you to be negative to be positive. Oh my God, I'm going to be so negative and I hate Russians and I hate conservatives. You are what you hate. You are the hypocrite. That's why you see people like Shia LaBeouf running around, he will not divide us, he will not divide us, and then he gets arrested drunk and says something super racist to a cop that no decent person should ever say. Something disgusting, profound, vile, and pure ignorant. Wait, I thought you were just outside, bro, with the, he will not divide us, he will not divide us. Then why are you the most ignorant person? That's that crowd. That's Rachel Maddow. That's Keith Olbermann. That's who these people are. They're not heroes. That's who CNN is. Their whole cast, they're just mannequins. They might as well not even be people, just be a mannequin. They'll put a robot there. Those people's jobs are not going to be protected in 15 and 20 years as robots begin to automate all the work we're doing. CNN employees are going to get replaced by robots because that's what they are. If they have another opinion, they get zapped off the network. It's literal fake news. It's literal control. And that's just what it is. Excuse my language. Excuse some of the things that might have been offensive. I'm usually calm. I'm usually cool. I'm usually collected. But I wanted to try a different approach and see how people responded because it's getting to that point. And the anti-Trump crowd knows because they scream and cry about it every day. But it's getting to that point where the future of humanity depends on us, depends on Trump and us, you too. And that's what Hillary Clinton's strategy was, and that's what her campaign was, and those are the type of people she's planting all over the United States. The people who point the fingers all the time. It's them, it's them, it's them, it's them. That's a spiritual nightmare. That's a personal nightmare. That's a recipe for disaster. That's how human nature works. If you're always pointing the finger, it's a disaster. And that's who she is. And those are the people that she's creating. And it's not going to be one person who takes down humanity. It's going to be tens of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people, billions of people all over the world. That's what's going to change it. It's going to be a collective effort. It's not going to be one person. That's why the real revolution, the real battle right now, it's not even on the ground. You're not going to see it in Afghanistan. It's a battle of information. That's why Hillary's so upset. And I'm sure that Russia is probably running some ads. I'm sure they are trying to manipulate our information. Just as many people are. Everything is an information battle right now to people. That's why among all of this, I try to spread love. I try to spread positivity. I try to show both sides, bring people together. And there's certain sides doing that and certain sides not. But that's going to be the revolution. It's going to be of the mind, of the consciousness. And the anti-Trump crowd, the liberal crowd have turned into hypocrites. So much so I would never call myself liberal. Now, I would never consider myself that side because it's full of a bunch of negative, nasty, hypocrite crabs. I'm not a negative, nasty, hypocrite crab. I'm trying to be part of the solution. And I didn't act like this when it was a Republican president and George Bush that I didn't want. And I didn't act like it was when it was a Democratic president and Obama that I did want, that I believed in. I believed in Obama. I gave Obama a chance. I believe in Trump. I'm going to give Trump a chance. And guess what? In the first year, Trump is showing more signs. He's done more revolutionary things against the grain than Obama did in 8 years. Has nothing to do with race. Has nothing to do with, left or right or Democrat or Republican. It's just what's going on. Even if you don't like him, he is against the grain. He is doing things that other people aren't doing. He's different. He's breaking the political correctness of just being a robot. And that's what these people are at the UN. That's why they don't like him, because they're just robots. They just say things and do opposite. He's very blunt. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying not to critique him, but stop repeating fake news. If you're going to critique him with actual news. Critique him with actual arguments, actual things he's doing. There's a lot of them. There's no need to make up fake things. It just makes it sloppier for everybody. And in general, don't wish negatively against the president. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of living in this country that has been hijacked by popular culture that thinks it's cool to drag themselves down. Oh, I hate men. I hate Trump. I hate these people. I hate this. That's not who we are. We're the country of love and diversity. It's like, I hate white women. Oh, I hate Russians. Oh, I hate Trump. Oh my God, I hate any black person or LGBT person who doesn't agree with me. That's not liberalism. That's not America. And just because one person got in office, that doesn't change it. So that's my message. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with 10 grains of salt. Take it with a different metaphor that makes more sense to what I said. Consider it. When it comes to North Korea, regardless of how you feel, you better hope that the President of the United States has your back. You better hope that he's strong. So if you're spending all this energy hoping he's not strong, you're a moron. Hopefully you get what you want. Not really, because I live here too. So fuck your negative energy. I'm knocking it the fuck out of my house. I'm knocking it the fuck out of this country with this aggressive live stream. So fuck your negative energy, because I'm not wishing destruction on my entire country. And if you are, fuck off. Go sit in a corner or move to North Korea and, root for him to do well. That's just what it is. I don't want this country to get blown up. If you do, fuck you. When it comes to Russia, do a little bit of research. Read both sides. Don't be afraid to listen to a conservative because CNN told you not to. They're not telling the truth. They've literally lied 15 times and had to go back and forth on like every issue. The biggest one this week being Obama wiretapping Trump after them saying like 100 times. I could probably make a compilation of CNN saying 100 times, not exaggerating, saying that Trump is a madman for admitting that. So what I am saying is, if you want North Korea to win and you hate Trump and you want us to be weak and you hope that we don't do well, fuck your negative energy. Bring some strength, bring some prayers, bring some good energy and some love for yourself, for your family, for your country. When it comes to Russia, do research on Russia. Do research on what happened this election. Self-reflect and realize that finger pointing all the time is a terrible strategy for this country, and it will literally destroy our entire country if you keep wanting to be crabs in a bucket, bring it down. So research Russia. Don't just listen to Morgan Freeman, because sadly he has no idea what he's talking about. Nothing he said was really relevant, and YouTube, if you Google it, the first two things that come up are like Mark Dice and Paul Joseph Watson making fun of him and telling the truth, and they have like 20,000 uplikes, and his video has like 600 uplikes and 4,000 dislikes, because people aren't fooled anymore. Just because the mainstream media puts a microscope on it doesn't mean that most people are fooled. They're not. They know the truth. So that's my thoughts about North Korea. That's my thoughts about Russia. That's my thoughts about America. That's my thoughts about humanity. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate to my news analysis, I'll put the link below. A little bit fiery, a little bit different this time. I'll be back next week. A lot of material, a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just tired of it after taking a break, seeing how people are acting, not learning, not listening, not trying to have a conversation, not self-reflecting one bit. How much longer can you really go? Not here, not in this country. We can't have this. Have a good day. Thank you.